Yo, what's up? Just wanted to do a little rant and just a little lesson learned. I had a listing for a house in a well-to-do suburb of Cleveland on the west side, and but this house was built in the late '60s. It was totally remodeled. Let's say it's 2,500 square feet. Finished basement, concrete patio, enclosed area of the patio, and all of that stuff. But there were houses in that neighborhood that were newer, that were like comping at the 400 mark, and let's say he or she thought that they could sell their house for the same amount. And plus there were other houses in that neighborhood that were bigger in square footage that went for over 500,000. But I knew that this house was not going to go for more than 400,000. I took the listing. I said, look, I don't think it's going to get to over 400,000, but we can list it at, let's say, 450, and we'll have to bring it down. But lesson learned, in this market, you have to price your houses correctly. Because what happened was he canceled his listing with me because we weren't getting the offers that he was getting. Goes with another brokerage, and they listed it for under 400,000, sold it for in the mid 300s. And so I knew that it was going to go for that. My lesson to myself and for the agents out there, you got to be firm on your price. You cannot sell something that is overpriced. I don't care how good you are. You can't convince somebody, or let's put it this way, you're actually doing the buyer a disservice by listing a property where it's way overpriced. You're just trying to cheat people, not necessarily cheating people, but you're trying to give somebody, a buyer, a bad deal. You're not giving the seller a bad deal because that's what it's worth. Of course, they can get a little more, but that needs to be in a market where there's no other houses available and people are bidding it up, which is not the case right now in Cleveland. The inventory is increasing, and so stick to your guns. I should have said, look, I'm not going to take this listing unless I can list this for the price that I need to list it at, because I am the expert. I know what this is going to sell for, and not just to get the listing and to maybe hope that somebody would get close to the price, but never again. It's people. What I'm going to say is that, look, we're going to list it at the price I think. I'm confident that it's going to sell for, and if it goes for more, then it's bonus to you. You can't set a price that's higher than what the market value is, and expect people to make offers that are lowball, because that only works in the investor land, not in the retail world. So there you go.